Hey, this is Russ. Yeah, take a look at the vest. I decided to go safe. And so what I did is I bought myself a safety vest. Now I used the money from Amazon's gift card that I got from Rad Power Bikes, and whoever bought the Rad Power Bike from my affiliate link. Yeah, you can get a discount if you go on the description of the video. But I decided to buy a vest. I bought another pair of gloves, kind of cheap ones. They're really thin, but maybe that's okay for summertime. The ones I have now are kind of thick anyways. And then I also bought a bike alarm. I'll show you the bike alarm a little later. Okay. Well, at least I'll show you how it works. I already mounted it, so it's kind of hard to show it to you because it's kind of hidden on the bike. Anyways, we're back on the bike path early in the morning today. This is probably about a little past 8 o'clock. A lot of traffic. People are going to work, people are going to school, that type of thing. So I decided I better wear the vest. Now, the vest should help. And being that I'm a fairly big guy, and based on the recommendations for sizing and the like, believe it or not, I ended up buying a 3X vest. Yeah, I usually have pretty large things anyways because I'm a pretty big guy, but 3X. But I figure 3X because they go based on chest size. But then I'm also wearing a sweatshirt and everything. So if it's too small, it doesn't fit. Then I kept thinking, well, I should really put the camera mount underneath the vest, not on top of it, because it straps on you and everything. So, yeah, it's kind of big. Anyways, I put an affiliate link. Everything that I have on the bike is on an affiliate link in the description. So you know exactly what I bought, what I'm using, and everything like that. So, the last video you saw was actually recorded a while ago. And by the time you see this one, it'll probably be Saturday, I think. Current day right now is Tuesday. Because I have videos set up for Tuesday and Thursday already. So which means this video won't be out until Saturday. Okay? And you might have noticed too that I mentioned that there's a new section that we have not explored before, and I showed that on the last video. It's way at the end of that video. Right? So you have to watch to the end. But this time, I'm going to do it early up in the beginning part of the video. We took the path because I just wanted to kind of get myself a little bit acclimated to riding before going to the other path. The other side, we have to cross a street. It's a major street. But I'm getting better at that stuff now, I think. Even riding here, I mentioned that, the sidewalks are closed. And let me say this too. Sorry, something got in my eye here. Okay. The sidewalk thing, to get to this forest preserve, I took a lot of sidewalks because I didn't want it to ride on the major streets. But now, of course, since everything's all closed up because of construction, I do have to ride major streets. That's why I bought this vest, so I stand out more. I've noticed more people have either a vest on or at least some type of really bright yellow shirt while they're riding out here because it's safer. Now, usually, I was thinking I would take the vest off while I'm riding, but that's too much of a headache right now, so I'm just going to leave it on. Who knows, maybe I'll get used to it and I'll just keep it on all the time. Not the greatest fashion thing. I said I look like a construction worker. It's okay. I think people have seen other people with it on, so I think people are used to it, but still, it does look a little funny. But better safe than sorry, right? So anyways, we're going through the path like we normally do, and then we'll go into the new area. Now the new area, it's not really new. We've been there before, but I was following a bike rider before. I don't know if you remember this video or not, but probably way earlier on. I'm going to turn here. And he went to the left. I'm sorry, he went to the right, and I went to the left. And I didn't get to see as much stuff. So the correct move is go to the right. You'll eventually end up to the stuff that's on the left, anyways. But go to the right. And that area has a lot more hills on there. Okay. And so if you're using an e-bike, it's not a real big deal. If you're using, lower my gears here, going up a hill, and I'm trying my best not to use, see, if you don't use pedal assist, I'm on my gear number 4, pedal assist is 3, but you see how slow we got because I didn't use the throttle. And move my gears back to number 7. Yeah, you just slow down quite a bit if you're going up a hill and you're not using some additional help from the motor. And I lost my train of thought again. All my notifications are popping up here telling me to take my vitamins, pay your credit card bills. All right, I'll use a little throttle here. Today is a little cloudier. It is expected to rain today, but I figured if I got here early enough, it'll be nice and cool, which it is. And a little nice breeze hitting me in the face. It is probably low 60s right now, and it's cloudy, which is good because then we have less of a sun hitting us with harsh shadows and stuff. All right, so we're going to cross this street again here. We'll pick it up again as we get to the right-hand side. We have to wait a little bit for the cars and everything. There's no cars. Well, cars were coming, but we were able to cross before that. All right, so now we're heading towards the right-hand side of this path. And it's a hillier path. All right, and I don't mind that because I have a motor to help me along. But what I like about it is a little more secluded. You don't have as many people in your way, and the path is wider. And the reason is because this is actually a path for cars, because cars do go up and down here because it is a forest preserve. So cars come in here, people get onto picnic tables and have a nice picnic. I was here on Sunday. My wife and I actually rode together, went to the grocery store. She got out and bought some things. All right, and we're gonna turn right here. She bought some, I don't know, peaches or something. We stuck it in the back of my panniers, the bags in the back of my, on my rack in the back. And then we rode home. So that was a total of 2 miles there, 2 miles back, 4 miles away. And she was tired out after 4 miles because she doesn't have any type of motor on her bike. It's just a standard mountain bike. And then I continued on, went to the forest preserve, and rode for a total of 22 miles, including the 4 miles that I had already done with her. So I came back out here because I wanted to check it out to see if there was any areas that I was missing from the ride that I showed you on Saturday. Okay. Nah, you didn't miss anything. But I kind of like it because there was no people to have to deal with. Okay. Now let me take that back. I did that I did it myself on Saturday, and then on Sunday I went around the circles. Yeah, I get confused. I mean, we're doing so many of these rides. So anyways, I think the the video should look pretty decent right now because we have an overcast day. There's no harsh sun, so I don't have a sun on my video that you're looking at me. So you have nice trees in the background. Should look pretty good. Yeah, you got a nice yellow vest to look at now. But we're going down a hill, so I don't have to pedal, I don't have to do anything, just let it ride. I do hit the brakes every now and then just to slow myself down. And then we're gonna go back up another hill. So there's an up and down. Now, I said to my wife, she really cannot do this path with me. First off, I'd be too fast, or I'd have to go really, really slow with her. And I noticed she would tire out going up and down the hills. Eventually, she'll build up some leg strength with it, and maybe she can do it. But this area, kind of hard. Downhill's never a problem. Uphill's always a problem. But I like this area. This is nice and secluded. Like I said on the last video, good place for a body dump. Yeah, it's just the law enforcement guy in me thinking about things that can happen. Now there's paths down here. I don't know if you see that are off-road type paths. They're all dirt roads. I could go down there, but I don't have leg strength yet. The last time I was here, I had to stop real quick, and I had to put my left leg down, and I could feel that I was almost ready to fall over again because I just didn't have the leg strength. Luckily, it was earlier on in the ride. I wasn't as tired out yet, and so I didn't fall over. I try my best to get myself to lean towards the right side so that when I have to stop, I put my right leg out immediately. It's just waiting for me to stop, and then hopefully I can lean towards the right and then kind of jump off the bike with my right leg. So, there's people out here by themselves. It's kind of scary. This is why if you go into areas that is secluded, you never know what you're going to run into. You don't know who's out here or anything like that. Speaking of law enforcement stuff, body dumps. Let me tell you a story about that, okay? Yeah, sometimes, when homicides occur, people get killed at different places and then they dump the bodies out here. Other times, people get killed out here. This is not something I'm not familiar with. I am familiar with it. I remember, too, even when I was in high school, way before I even thought that I would actually end up in doing some things in law enforcement, I read stories of kids who got killed in the forest preserves. So it's always kind of on my mind. So if you think I'm a little weird, it's only because I've experienced it firsthand working in law enforcement, and also experienced it in high school reading about kids who got killed in the forest preserves. Yeah, sad, but that's what happens. So you always got to be careful wherever you are. Okay, we're going downhill again. I have not been pedaling as much today. We're picking up speed, so there should be some wind on the microphone. Let me say this too. People have asked about the exercise aspects of this bike. And I said before, I'm not getting much exercise because I'm using a lot of pedal assist, or I'm using the motor I'm using the throttle and I'm using the pedal assist device. So as I pedal, the motor kicks in, gives you an easier pedal. If I were to turn all that off, this would be a hard bike to ride, quite frankly. You're talking a bike that, I think they stated at 69 pounds, but I think my bike is closer to about 85 pounds with all the stuff I carry on here and the racks that I put on and everything. Then you add your own weight. It would be a hard bike to pedal. But you could put it on pedal assist level 1, which is the lowest pedal assist, and that would give you a workout as well. But I don't do that. I'm usually on 3. And 3 has enough motor to help you along so much that you really don't tire out. And this is why I can do like 22 miles and it doesn't really affect me a whole lot. Okay, I'm back. Somewhere along the way, my camera shut down. Like I said, every 16 minutes, the camera will shut itself off. Supposedly helps the image sensor from burning out. I didn't notice that. I looked down at the cell phone and it showed it was at 18 minutes, so I knew I had already lost you guys. So I don't know where it cut off, but if you heard it cut off, it's because of that. All right, so we're back again. And of course, I don't remember what I was talking about. I'm just rambling as you're riding along with me. All right, so this is the second path of that area. This is the path that I went on before. And the other guy went to the right, I went to the left. This is that left. All right. This one doesn't go too far. It's actually shorter than the other one, but it's another area to look at. But again, it doesn't go in a circle, so you have to go back the same way you came in. So it's just a back and forth thing, not a circular path. It's okay. There's a lot less people out here, but there's a lot more cars out here. Sometimes these cars make me nervous. I don't know what these guys are doing out here. They could be doing things that are no good. They could be just taking it easy. They could be playing hooky from work. Who knows what these guys are doing? Yeah, always be a little bit careful. Sorry, things are flying into my eye. I have glasses on and I'm surprised things are still flying into my eye. Okay, so over here is where I went before, and there's a path right by that blocker thing. This is really bumpy here. And if you go down that way, you will have to turn and cross the street, so I'm just turning around. Now, the one thing with this big bike and the fat tires, this is a pretty bumpy road here, hold on. Okay. It's very hard to make fast turns. You have to make a wider turn, I've noticed. So it's not as nimble as other bikes. I will say this about these bikes though, which I really kind of like, is the ride is very smooth because I have shocks on the front fork. And that helps a lot. Let me show you real quickly. Let me find an area I can go to, because once I set this alarm off, I don't want to gather too much attention. There's another area here. Yeah, I think we're secluded enough. Let me set off the alarm. Yeah, let me get off the bike here. Okay. Got to get to my keys, which I put over here. Let me set the alarm. Now you can see over here, I have a remote control thing here. Okay, I'm gonna set the alarm. You hear that? The alarm is now set after it beeps. There you go. So if I were to move this bike, okay, gives you a warning. If I were to move it a second time, the alarm goes off. Just a cool thing. Now, is it loud enough to attract attention? I don't know. Let me get back on here. Back up here. All right. Back on the bike. Will it grab attention? Well, the whole point is you're hoping somebody will turn and look when they hear that. Maybe that'll scare off a potential bike thief. And I have it hidden in an area that they can't actually see where the alarm is. It's double stick taped to the bike, and then it's also zip tied. So unless they have something ready to cut a zip tie, they're not going to get that alarm off of that bike quickly. So I'm estimating, even if they were lucky to be able to find it and try to break it somehow, they've probably got a good half a minute. You're hoping within that half a minute's time, somebody will notice and say, hey, what are you doing to that bike? All right. Realistically, nobody will do anything. Yeah. Hey, I've fallen and nobody's done anything. Nobody ever wants to get involved. That's the problem. So, but anyways, it was a $16.49 deal, and I got it for free because it was part of the gift card from Amazon, compliments of Rad Power Bikes, and whoever bought their bike using my discount code. So hey, why not, right? All right, so we got a car behind me. He's kind of following me, but he'll eventually pass. This is the benefit of having mirrors. You can see what's going on. So we're coming back up the path here now. So I'm using pedal assist level 3 and also full throttle to try to get up that hill. Now, if I didn't have that, there's no way I would make it up here. I know that for a fact. There's cars just parked on the side. You don't know what these guys are doing. What are they doing in the forest preserves? Anyways. Okay, I'm gonna head back. I'm now heading back into the area that we had originally gone down. This is the area that that is new to us. Okay. I find a lot of times too, when I'm rounding a turn like that, I tend to use the throttle and not pedal. It's almost like I don't want to think about pedaling while I'm turning. Today my knee's hurting a little bit more. I don't know why. My left knee is feeling it. It's kind of tight today. What is the date today? Today is the 18th, which means tomorrow would be my 20th month anniversary of the knee replacement. 20 months. And I also announced too that I believe my extension is somewhere between 0 and 2 degrees now. So I think my extension has gotten a little bit better. I was announcing 2 to 3 degrees. I think I'm actually 0 to 2 degrees. Because it feels really straight. Could very well be at 0 for all I know. I don't really know. Somebody mentioned you should have that checked out because it's a milestone. It is a milestone, but doesn't really matter as long as I'm walking well or whatever. That's fine. I'm not really walking that great, anyways. I never really have. But as far as do I look like I'm limping? Not really, because it's not really bent, you know. And people have asked me before, you know, if my flexion is good, will I be able to walk well? I don't think it's that much of a function of the flexion. The flexion is bending your knee. Okay, I guess if you had no flexion, you would walk funny. But I think it's more a function of your extension. If your leg is not straight while you're walking, yeah, you're not going to walk well. You're going to look funny. And this is why I keep telling people, don't neglect the extension. Okay, I have a friend that I've known since high school. She just recently had a knee replacement. She doesn't really watch Russ's Right because she's a little... Her husband tells her not to watch it because he knows that she's a little squeamish, and sometimes I do show photos of knees. Well, she just got a knee replacement last week, so now she's got her own version of that. Maybe one day she'll watch Russ's Right. But I told her, don't forget about the extension, because a lot of times the therapists sometimes don't work on that with you. They kind of let you do it. And without that extension, you won't walk well. So, something I just want to let her know. You know, not to neglect. So, anyways, I'm just taking you through this path the second time, and then after that, we'll call it a day. I don't want these things to be that long for you, unless you enjoy it. I know some of you said that you enjoy going down these rides with me. I just ramble anyways. It's just something to talk about. You know, if you've taught anything, you know, I was a teacher teaching photography for many years. If you've taught anything, I think you learn, you got to be able to talk, find topics to talk about, keep yourself going. I mean, if you were a teacher and you didn't say a word, that'd be kind of a boring class, I think. So we'll bring us back to where we started on this path, and then we'll call it a day. Maybe we'll call it a day early. I'm getting the microphone cable that's attached to my helmet. It's kind of pulling down on the back end. I don't know if something's snagged in the back here, so can't turn my head too well because I'm kind of getting stuck on it. So yeah, we'll call it a day. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming on the bike ride with me. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll do more of these. And of course, watch my knee videos too. Talk to you guys next time.